Hey everybody, I am David, and today I want to talk about Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. This is going to be my non-spoiler review. Keep a lookout for my spoiler review sometime in the next few days. I don't know exactly when, but this is a movie I think I do have to talk about spoilers about because there are a lot of things that are going to be hard talking about when non-spoiling. But right now, I wanted to give you a spoiler-free review. No spoilers, so here we go. I really liked this movie, and I'm not going to say that this is my favorite Star Wars movie. I know, this new trilogy has come with a mixed bag. A lot of people, I think a lot more people like The Force Awakens. Last Jedi was very divisive, and then you got this movie, which is going to be an interesting take. Right now, the critic rating is very mixed, but the audience rating on Rotten Tomato is pretty high. I was actually surprised yesterday when I checked. It was at 88% yesterday. I don't know if it dropped since then, but it seems like the audience reaction is going to be significantly different from the critic rating on this one. The critics and the audience are going to differ again. As a finale, I it's weird to say this. I was expecting a little bit better, but for the most part, I think it is a satisfying conclusion to the Skywalker saga. Although, if you were to ask me to compare it to Return of the Jedi, I would probably say Return of the Jedi would have been a better ending than this new trilogy. Um, if I were to rank them, I personally really like The Last Jedi a lot. I think a lot. I think it's an underrated film, and I hope that one day people will look back on it and realize, hey, you know what? This was actually not bad. I see what Rian Johnson was trying to do, make these bold choices that people didn't see coming. Some choices maybe fans weren't ready for, but I really applauded that film for taking some of those choices. I know lots of people didn't like the Canto Bite scene. I actually liked it, not when I first saw it, but as I rewatched that movie more and more, I do appreciate it a lot more. It's a really cool scene. I'm starting to grow accustomed to that planet. This movie in particular, I feel throws so much at you that maybe I need more time to digest it, but I do feel it was a little overwhelming at times. Um, Sometimes the movie seems to want to surprise you, but it doesn't. I think there was only one time or two times in this movie that I was really, really surprised. Not that I didn't like everything else that was being thrown at me. It's just some of it felt like, oh, okay, they made that come to life, which, was something that maybe somebody could have thought of, but but it felt kind of lazy at times. I'll say that. I really do love the characters that we've grown accustomed to with these movies. Rey, Poe, Finn, and some of the others. I do feel like if you're a fan of R2D2, for an example, R2 really feels like he's been sidelined throughout this entire trilogy, which is kind of sad. I am happy that C-3PO gets a little bit more time to shine in this one. Um, for the most part, it's satisfying, and I'll leave it at that. And if I were to rate it, I give it an 8 out of 10. I think it was a satisfying. I think it's a good Star Wars movie, not a great Star Wars movie. And my top three Star Wars movies of all time is Empire Strikes Back at number one, Revenge of the Sith at number two, and The Last Jedi at number three. And I would say Return of the Jedi at number four. Um, this movie would be more in the middle of all 11 Star Wars movies. That includes the Clone Wars animated film that they did. That was the worst one by far. It's nowhere near that one, I'm happy to say. I would put it above Attack of the Clones and Phantom Menace, maybe even Solo. So, not the worst Star Wars movie, but I wanted. I don't know what I wanted from this movie. I just feel like it didn't deliver the way I wanted it to, even though it did give us things that I think people were hoping for from the last one, but didn't. And some people, I think, are saying it perfectly that this movie feels like an apology to Star Wars fans that were disappointed with The Last Jedi. As someone who liked both The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi more than this one, I will say that I feel like I didn't need that apology. And maybe that's why I was kind of underwhelmed a little bit with this movie, thinking about it overall. I am going to see this movie again tomorrow, and maybe my mind will change. So I'm hoping maybe if I do the spoiler review, I'll let you guys know. But right now, look, I think this is a worthy Star Wars movie, and if you're someone that was disappointed with The Last Jedi, I think you're going to be pleasantly happy with this one. You're not going to be like over the moon, like best Star Wars movie ever. No, that's never going to happen. But you are going to, I think, if you hated The Last Jedi, this is your movie, I think. I think this is for people that want that apology. I think those people will be satisfied. If you're someone like me that liked The Last Jedi and maybe you were okay with The Force Awakens as well, I know some people had issues with The Force Awakens being too much of a carbon copy of A New Hope and a little bit of Empire Strikes Back. I feel like this movie is in line a little bit with that one. It feels more like a continuation of that one, even though there are threads from The Last Jedi that do continue on in this movie. With that being said, I'm leaving it at that, and I'll talk more spoilery in a day or two. With that being said, I hope you guys leave your comments below. Please leave it spoiler-free, just for anybody that wants to read the comments, and if you want. And yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and until next time, take care.